When I was starting out, people asked me, what's special about your yeshiva? I told them this story. Many years ago, the Baal Tanya was learning Torah in his room. His grandson, the Tzemach Tzedek, was learning in the next room, while in the third room, a baby slept. And suddenly the baby awoke and began to cry. The Tzemach Tzedek continued studying, but the Baal Tanya got up and walked past the Tzemach Tzedek into the room with the baby. He picked up the baby and comforted it. When the baby was quiet, the Baal Tanya said to the Tzemach Tzedek, if when you learn Torah, you don't hear a Jewish baby's cry, there's something wrong with your learning. Our goal is to learn Torah and hear the baby's cry. Many years have passed. In every period there are many cries. Some are obvious, some are hidden. Sometimes the child himself doesn't realize he's crying. Our job in the yeshiva is to hear even the hidden cry. In 1945, a young Holocaust survivor named Yehuda Klein began his journey to Israel. 60 years ago, I lit the first Hanukkah candle in Turkey and the second in Aleppo, Syria. We traveled by train from Istanbul, Turkey, to Syria, to Lebanon, and finally to Atlit in Palestine. After his aliyah, the young survivor began to spread his light. He studied Torah, taught, and then founded Yeshivat Har Etzion in 1968. A few years later, Rav Amital invited Rabbi Aharon Lichtenstein to join him as co-Rosh Yeshiva.
And what attracted me to him as a person was the combination on the one hand of that warmth, and then on the other hand, the passionate earnestness.
The yeshiva is a uniquely Jewish creation. There's nothing else like it in the world. It's a place with people of vision, where students can absorb the values and teachings that only a yeshiva can provide. Following Rav Amital's spiritual lead, his students are reaching out to Jews everywhere. Yiddim is an Israeli non-profit organization founded by Har Etzion alumni. Volunteer youth act as big brothers and sisters to immigrant children, and professional support is given to youth at risk. Every year, Yiddim eases the absorption of over 5,000 young olim. Everything we do in Yiddim is a natural extension of what we learned in yeshiva, including the values of professionalism, excellence, and integrity. Other Har Etzion alumni heard the cry of alienation from Judaism in Tel Aviv. They founded Ta'ir, which engages people in Jewish texts and values through its award-winning theater, its cultural events for adults on Jewish topics, and its hands-on activities for school children. Ta'ir's open-minded, inclusive approach has encouraged many non-affiliated Jews to reconnect with their heritage. Everything we do is inspired by Rav Amital's light. It's important that people know and feel that they're Jews. That's the main thing. Har Etzion's virtual Beit Midrash is bringing Torah to thousands of people in 76 countries across the globe in over 30 topics of Jewish interest.
The response to the virtual Beit Midrash has been tremendous, not just from people in far-flung places like Vietnam or Taiwan or Kenya or the Alaskan Pipeline who otherwise would have no access to Torah, but also from people in mainstream Jewish communities who are starving for serious and substantive Torah study that respects their intelligence, that brings them depth and complexity.
The yeshiva opens its gates to educators from around the world during the 3-day Tanakh seminar held every summer.
The atmosphere here is something which is an atmosphere of sort of me'en olam haba, to be here amongst hundreds of people of all ages studying Tanakh together.
People abroad tell us that everywhere you go, the central figures in education are alumni of our yeshiva. Yeshivat Har Etzion's Herzog College trains thousands of teachers and designs Jewish studies curricula for schools such as Ramaz. Har Etzion staff visited Ramaz classrooms and met with teachers and administrators. Together they designed a curriculum which provides in-depth learning that is engaging and creative. All year round, teachers can access additional educational material through the yeshiva's virtual teachers college.
Teaching in a school in the diaspora can be a very lonely experience when you are trying to come up with curriculum material. When teachers from here first entered the VTC, from a distance, it was like a kid in a candy store. You couldn't spend enough time just going through the catalog and finding all of the material that one could potentially use.
We felt it was important to find a real solution for women who wanted to study Torah in a serious way and on a high level. The establishment of the Stella K. Abraham Beit Midrash for women illustrates the yeshiva's commitment to a modern, vibrant Judaism. Since its founding, the yeshiva continues to hear the cry and search out the needs of other Jews beyond the walls of the Beit Midrash. Rav Amital, your kind eyes, your smile, give us the strength to continue to work to absorb these young children and help youth at risk. Thank you, Rav Amital, and L'chaim.
Of Yudah, I want to wish you continued strength, continued passion, continued concern, with all the force of your personality, all the warmth of your personality, and all your engagement and involvement, together with Miriam and the whole family.
"60 years have passed since I came to Israel, and thank God, I've merited so much that others didn't. Family and students. I felt the need to replace what was lost in Europe, and that's what gave me the strength to establish the yeshiva."
Ay, 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 baby.